All right, everybody. I'm OGL Schmitt. Welcome to Custom Creator. Shout out to any Epicans that are watching this. Um, Hope everyone's feeling the Christmas spirit because it's cold, it's dark, and it's gloomy. So I'm not exactly feeling the holiday cheer, but this is a perfect mood for today's reaction. Um, I am excited for some great music because Epica is one of my favorite bands. I love their combination of classical and symphonic and metal elements. I think Simone has the most beautiful voice I've ever heard. She's pretty easy on the eyes too, and I love the thoughtfulness of their lyrics. They're just an all-around amazing band. So when I saw that they'd released two new songs, I knew I had to save these for reactions because we've done a lot of Epica reactions on the channel, but it's mostly Danny doing the reactions because I've heard all this stuff. I think he's done a fantastic job. He's come to love the band as well. But being able to react to an Epica song that I'm not familiar with, uh, this is a rare opportunity for me. So I've saved these songs for a reaction. I wanted to do The Ghost in Me for Halloween, but things happen, and as Ebenezer Scrooge will tell you, ghosts can come around on Christmas too. And with the cold and the dark and the wetness, it's perfect time for a reaction to The Ghost in Me. I believe Epica did this to promote a Dutch theme park called De Efteling, which means the House of the Five Senses. It incorporates some elements, I think a string section from a 1874 classical piece called Danse Macabre from a composer named uh, Camille Saint-Saëns. I think that's the correct pronunciation. Somewhat. Probably butchered it pretty bad. But so it's classic epica. It's metalizing a classic symphonic piece. So anyway, this is from the Symphonic Synergy album, not album, the Symphonic Synergy concert, which was two big shows. One was in the Netherlands, one was in Mexico, and it was basically Epica bringing an entire live orchestra and choir on board, similar to what they did with the Classical Conspiracy or with Retrospect. And Epica does that as well as anybody. So looking forward to this, guys. Without any further ado, let's check out The Ghost in Me.
Are you ready for something special? When it seems like hope is gone, hear my sinister song. Why don't you sing Come forward, embrace the unknown. You're welcome in my haunted home. These everywhere stories are told. Watch closely, a nightmare unfolds. It's time to free the ghost in me, possessed by this beautiful melody. Just come with me, I'll make you see. To dance with the dead is your destiny. You'll be safe, just be brave, there's no need to be scared. Come on, have some fun, you will see the sun when the show is done. Follow if you dare. Hold fate as I'm closing the door. Too late, you can't leave anymore. Old fairy tales play by the rules. Hear the beat monsters and hear the beat rules. It's time to free the ghost in me, possessed by this beautiful melody. Just come with me, I'll make you see. To dance with the dead is your destiny.
So right off the bat, this definitely feels a bit more, well, much more classical than it does metal. The orchestra is definitely driving this forward. I'm loving the vocal melody. That definitely has that old school sort of operatic feel to it. And the lyrics, while somewhat sinister, Simone has always had that ability where she could sing about anything, and just she is like a bucket full of sugar that helps any kind of medicine go down. Like no matter what kind of dark topic she sings about, her natural her natural fundamental tone is just so beautiful. I think Mark Jansen said, she has a great color to her voice, which is something that you can't teach. So yeah, and that's fitting because if you're thinking of something like a witch or something, a devil, something sinister like that, they would want to come across as beguiling. They wouldn't be some big, horrible, slavering monster that would come at you because that would make you run. It would be something welcoming. So she's definitely got that down. I like the use of the children's choir. That's something new for them. Good to see a band at this in this stage still trying new things, still evolving. I can't help but feel some of the young lads in that choir might be jump started into puberty. But dude, if I was that age and you gave me the chance to sing with Epica, I'd jump at it. And I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. So, but really, so far, really atmospheric, very cool. I mean, whatever company was working for that theme park, how cool were they to actually go to Epica to to make the song? I think here in America they would go with something much more mainstream. Although I don't I don't know that much about the Dutch mainstream, or if even mainstream really even matters in this digital age. I don't know. Danny and I might actually do something on that very soon. But definitely has classic Epica vibes going, and it seems like it might be starting to escalate and get a little bit heavier. So I'm going to start from the beginning, just so I can sort of drink some more of this in, and we're going to keep on going.
Are you ready for something special?
Yeah.
When it seems like hope is gone, hear my sinister song. Why don't you sing
Quick point. The conductor looks like a professional wrestler. Does he double as their security as well? It kind of reminds me of Tyrus. Hey, you remember the Funkasaurus from the WWE NWA champion? Any wrestling fans here? I don't know. Nonetheless, for this song, it actually works. And shit, for all I know, the dude might be an awesome dude. But yeah, this is the stereotype of the conductor, sort of skinny old man waving the baton. Yeah, he's definitely chattering that. Good for him.
Come forward, embrace the unknown. You're welcome in my haunted home. This abbey where stories are told. Watch closely, a nightmare unfolds. It's time to free the ghost in me, possessed by this beautiful melody. Just come with me, I'll make you see. To dance with the dead is your destiny.
this strikes me as a song that maybe the diehard metalhead section of the Epica fan base might not like, because it's obviously built around the strings and the choirs. I I really like how they're using different choral sounds. You had the children's choir, then you had that sort of lower sounding male voice section, then you had the response with the slightly higher pitched section. Uh, it feels very atmospheric. Um, but there's not a whole lot of blatant heavy metal going on here. I like the subtle use of metal concepts here. I like the use of guitars to basically thicken the texture. I give it more of that sense of weight. Aryan's drumming is definitely uh, highlighted here. I love how patient he is. He'll be holding down that groove sometimes. Sometimes he'll just sort of wait, and then he'll have these explosions of activity. It's between that and the song's use of space and how the sort of string arrangement uh, unfolds. It sort of sounds like Simone's character in the song is beckoning us into chaos and darkness. And the interesting thing is, like, I read the lyrics, and the lyrics seem to be about um, sort of conquering fear and embracing darkness. And to some people, that may sound bad when you say embrace darkness, but no, that those things are a part of us. We have to be honest about what we are. And sometimes truth can only be found in darkness. You just don't want to linger there. You don't want to like darkness like anything. It's any light's going to cast a shadow. But a shadow isn't exactly bad, it's just the opposite. So you don't want to linger in the toxic aspects of darkness any more than you want to linger in the toxic aspects of light. It's just a matter of finding a balance. But light isn't always going to be present. Oh, I think life will eventually teach everyone that. So you have to know how to walk in the dark. You have to learn how to look for light, and sometimes you have to know how to create it. And to do any of those things, you have to be functional in darkness. And a lot of people I've read where things like horror movies and stories like that are actually sort of ways to empower us against bad things, because it takes all the worst aspects of life and it distills them into an essence that you can beat. I got classic horror icons. Your Freddy Krueger's, your Jason Voorhees, the Alien, the Predator, the Thing. These are all things that, while challenging and brutal, can be beaten with ingenuity, with teamwork, with whatever. And that's a good feeling, because sometimes in life it's not that easy. So horror stories, in a way, sort of create a scenario. If they take a situation that in life can be a no-win, and they sort of create a winnable scenario out of it, which I think is good. All right, let's go back a little bit here. But yeah, just like Epica is a master of building a song, and because they can call upon so many different elements, so many different arrangement styles, so many different instruments, melodic styles, vocal styles, um, you never know where the song is going to go. So this one seems to be building in a pretty linear fashion. But let's see where it ends up. Let's keep going here.
As I hypnotize, you will realize you cannot escape yellow in the blue.
Time to free the ghost in me, leave into the dark phantom's agony. Lion sings eternal songs, the melodies I will sing. The thunder of the shadows
yeah, we're definitely gonna watch that ending again. Wow, did they ever turn up the heat? Before I forget this, let's take stock of the visual spectacle on stage. You have a classical orchestra. You have children there. You have a rock metal band with their their long hair and their epic beards. You have one of the most beautiful women on the planet. You have a conductor that looks like he could throw you through a wall. Uh, it's just it's visual chaos in its own way. Uh, Loved Isaac's solo there. That felt like it also felt very classical. It fit in with the song perfectly. If you listen to a lot of very early opera and classical pieces, the saying that I've heard is it was metal before electricity, and I believe that. So in essence, Epica is taking metal before metal and a modernized version of it and bringing them together. Um, love that. I love this. I love this orchestral arrangement. It feels so dynamic, and I love how it picked up its activity and intensity towards the end. Isaac's solo felt like what would be like maybe on a violin or something like that in centuries past. And I also love towards the end, Simone actually added a more compressed sound to her voice, which was like Simone's voice is very, very steady. Um, and she doesn't have to do a whole lot of experimentation with it because just her natural tone is so expressive and so compelling. I have heard stuff like her cover of "This Is Halloween" with her husband. She did a lot of vocal experimentation on that, and it all sounded awesome. So it's cool to see her bringing that aspect into Epica now, and that sort of witch cackle at the end definitely caught me off guard. Um, yeah, again, sort of there's sort of a how can I say it? It's a very intense line towards the end where she just had the death stare going out there, and it's once again felt like she was beckoning. And yeah, wouldn't take a whole lot of convincing for me to go, but yeah, it felt very cinematic. Like it would be in a film score, and that of course would be in the scene where all hell breaks loose. Yeah, really. And it sort of seems like you can definitely look out in the crowd and just see nothing but smiles and people that are sort of lost in it, you know. And you can even see a lot of the musicians are enjoying themselves, and especially when metal first started using orchestras, I always wondered what the classical musicians thought. Um, I remember it was a performance. It was a black metal band called Dimmu Borgir. They were performing a song called Morning Palace with an orchestra, and there was a young trombone player who was absolutely rocking his ass off during the instrumental interludes. It was like, yeah, that guy's awesome. And some people, some of them, especially in those earlier days, had to be like, oh my God, what am I singing? What am I listening to? But these musicians look like they're into it. I think Epica, while they can, they have harsh elements in their music, obviously, but I think they have a very beautiful, eloquent sound that I think a lot of classical musicians would enjoy. All right, I'm going to go back and listen to this again, and then we are going to call it a day. This was, yeah, Epica. Honestly, for as expansive as their sound is, they are probably one of the most consistent groups I've ever seen. Like no bad albums released to date. So I'm really looking forward to their new album. So let's check this out. Let's finish it up, guys. So yeah, that was. I mean, it was epic. It was Epica. Love how it grew and grew and then it just exploded at the end. Chaos, but tightly controlled chaos. Tool is another band that's very good at that. That's one of the first things that my friend Danny noticed when he was reacting to the similarities between Epica and Tool. Just giant sounds, very thoughtful, very well constructed musically and lyrically. Yeah, if this is a precursor to what Epica's new album is going to be like, I am so there. I was going to be there anyway, but yeah, it's got me excited for it. Loved it. Uh, Guys, let me know. Danny is probably going to be reacting to Arcana. Uh, Definitely want him to experience that. I'll definitely be along for the ride. But let us know what other Epica songs you would like, what other songs you would like to see me and or Danny react to. This has been so much fun. Thank you guys for being along for the ride. It's a little longish, but with Epica, there's always a lot to talk about. Know what I mean? So mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. And music is far and away your best support group. Epica has gotten me through some tough times. So thank you guys, Epicans. Let's do this. Guys, have a good one. Happy holidays.